Oh, there's this to the corner. What the fuck? Second place, and Goku's just falling down the order now as well as Hero gets up into P3. Pepper's gonna knock down the inside for the lead here in Indianapolis. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we are here. Round 7 of the Pummu Indycar series. We are here at Richmond Raceway, and it is definitely going to be an interesting race to follow. Qualifying was very entertaining. We had a driver that I believe we will be calling Obama just for the sake of calling him Obama, take pole position, but because he took advantage of some sort of lag spike that occurred in-game, the lap was not counted, so he's been deducted down to about P7. This race is also interesting because we have the introduction of assigned pit stalls, which was something that I believe they talked about doing beforehand, but really never got along to doing it as the drivers start leaving the pit lane. I am once again joined in the commentary box by my good old friend War Sniper. Say hello. And I believe we are about to go green here this time by. I know we will have one more lap of pace behind the AMR safety car, which admittedly, the more I see it, the more I love it, and the more I hate it. Would you like to give a grid rundown real quick while they're on their outlap, my friend? You might.
Sure thing. So, for today, we have on pole position, Onas, or Onas, I apologize. Second, we have Yeti. Third, Miatin. Fourth, Nathan. Fifth, Haxai.
Yeah, you got it.
Yeah, that's Haxai. Yeah.
I'm gonna have to cut you off here as we are getting ready to go green here. There's your top 5 in the qualifying. Here's your top 5 going into the start. Across the line, we are green here in Richmond, and it's a very laggy start. But I believe Anna's will start to run away with the lead. And we will go on board with Anna as our current leader right now. And everything as we go 150 laps here at Richmond may seem like a lot, but these laps are about 16 seconds long. About 18 seconds on average once tire wear kicks in. And it's going to be very interesting to see just how long this race goes before drama happens. Championship leader ET in P2. Most of its rivals caught up in the pack behind. Not exactly preferable scenario to be in if you're finds your pepper. But as we started the recording here, the briefing was occurring, and there you might see those little white dashed lines on the apron of turn 3, I believe. That will be considered a commitment cone for the pit lane, as I have just discovered the spectate system does not work. So we will just be hopping around on random cars until we get on board with Yeti. There we go. Definitely a very strong showing from Anna and Yeti there in qualifying. Both of them got overtook by Obama, who is around the back of the field now, actually. But again, Obama's lap was invalidated due to some sort of mechanical issue with the game, and there's actually a car stopped below, and we are under caution here in Richmond. Some sort of incident caused Haxiak to go sideways out of turn 2, and we are yellow. Anna's won't lead, followed by E.T. And we are about to see a cluster of cars close in onto this pack. Did you happen to catch what happened in that wreck there? Or that incident?
I unfortunately did not. I was going over some of our talking points for the day.
Oh boy, and now we are seeing people pit already. Meaton doesn't pit, Covers doesn't pit, and Useless doesn't pit, as well as Haxiite, though Haxiite is currently unlapping himself. So Meaton will be our new leader here. And I mean, that's just gonna be the talking point, I think, of this race. The tire wear is, for lack of a better word, awful. A lot of drivers have been complaining that the tires do not last around here, and so far during qualifying they have proven so. And actually Usage comes into the pits as well, while pacing behind the leaders. That might put him down the order a bit, but that is going to put him on fresh tires, at least fresher tires than the rest of the grid, or pack I should say, sorry.
Yeah, some of the drivers were talking about, in regards to undercuts, at the very least, that they would be overpowered, as some of them have stated. So we saw.
Well, there goes Obama.
Get into a wall.
There goes Obama. I guess I don't really know what happened there. We go green this time by Meeting. It's a really good start. Covers gets an absolutely awful start. And we will hop around until we are on board with Anas. Meaton got a really good start here. Meaton, very big title contender last season, not so much this season. It's definitely going to be a burst of fresh air, if you would, to see him back in the front. As Anas, I believe, sends it down here. Oh, contact between Yeti and Anas. That's going to put Anas into the wall. Awkward contact with that barrier, and that's going to put him way down the order. And that's really going to just harm Anas' race. If not destroyed entirely.
Likewise at the back, we have Covers and Exotic making contact. Looks like their race may be slowed down at the very least. Causing a little cluster back there now.
Now I'm beginning to wonder, does Meaton regret not pitting, I wonder? Because now he has Yeti right on his tail. And he has Pepper, although not on his tail, not far from it, as the lag is proving to be quite atrocious. And actually, I think E.T.'s going down the inside of Meaton up ahead, and I believe he might be able to get the job done. We go on board with E.T. still on the inside of Meaton, so he has not gotten the job done just yet, but Meaton's feeling the tire wear kick in, and I think that might be Meaton's battle for the lead over at the moment. No, he's gonna look down the inside. Not gonna be close enough to get his nose in, but he definitely looked. So Meaton still without his tire wear, wanting to fight for this lead here. And yeah, as you were saying, I mean, we were talking about it in practice, really, a lot of drivers were saying that the undercut would be really overpowered here because the tire wear, the tires just do not last around here. I believe someone was predicting it was about like an entire second drop off of just like 5% tire wear. Some sort of exaggerated number, and after seeing Meaton begin falling down the order, I really don't doubt it at all. E.T. now leads, followed by Anas and Meaton. And I believe we are bad at this, huh? I believe we are gonna see Meaton continue to fall down the order. Oh well, actually, I mentioned that. I mentioned that, and he rockets past on us. So there you go.
Commentator's blessing.
Commentator's blessing. You know, let me give Yeti a commentator's blessing real quick. Oh, and I don't think Ono's like that move. He's gonna be looking on the inside now of Meaton. And I mean, you blink and we're already 22 laps. We're already 22 laps gone. Oh my. And
it is a
oh, Ono's and Meaton side by side. Once again, Meaton tried to squeeze him up into the wall. Ono's saw it coming, got into the brakes, so he wasn't any oh, Yeezy slow out of turn 2. Some sort of contact with the wall that's
yeah,
gonna...
you're going slowly.
Okay.
Oh,
Alrighty, as my PR advisor would tell me to say F off, Mietin now has the lead followed by Anas, and E.T. has been swallowed whole by the pack behind him. I don't know what happened. There's drivers have been complaining about a weird barrier, like, oh, Anas and Mietin side by side, and Anas forces Mietin into the wall a little bit, but they continue side by side into turn 1. There's a bit of a weird collision thing. There's a bit of a weird collision with the exit of turn 2 on the outside wall that causes just awkward contact to just ruin people's races, and there we see Yeety falling a victim to it as well. He has fallen way down the order as well. Oh man. That is not what you want to see when you are the championship leader. And again, both of your championship rivals are amidst the pack battling each other as well. So it can't be too awful, but still not exactly the most ideal position. As, oh my goodness, the pack is coming to swallow Mietin whole as Anas begins to try and run away now.
Yeah, speaking of championship rivals, Pepernando, the third in our championship contenders, oh dear, they seem to have code zeroed. Having a very interesting battle with Messi though. Very tense it seems like between those two.
Alrighty. And to translate for you drivers who don't know, code 0 means my assistant is no longer in game. And I believe Mietin is continuing to feel the adverse effects of having worn out tires. As he... Oh, what happened to Nathan? Nathan sideways almost into turn 3. Some sort of contact puts Doge into the wall as well. Really hard to tell with all the bouncing around these cars are doing. So we'll escape the madness for a second. We'll go on board with Fanas, who is starting to catch up to Haxiite. My little co-commentator here actually had the opportunity to drive during free practice just a few days ago. It was actually the final signing day as well, or tryout day I should say, as Haxiite goes into the pits. And I would really love to know how that went for you, War. The little driving experience.
It's quite interesting, I would have to say. I certainly have a newfound respect for these drivers. The steering controls on these Indycars are not quite as they might look. You certainly have to plan in advance on a turn as to just how much you're willing to steer in or let yourself ride it out. I mean, it is very... It is very difficult.
Now, not to
steer appropriately for his turn.
Not to undermine your not to undermine your driving experience or anything. You were actually surprisingly, and I really hate to admit it, but very surprisingly not the last driver or not in last place after the end of that session.
Yeah, that
then again, I mean,
shocked to me as well.
Yeah, then again, I guess it sort of helps when Nathan goes through the grass, excuse me, but I guess it sort of helps when people with the username of Poo... Oh, Anas is slow out of turn 2 now. What is happening? And now Useless is on the outside for the lead. Oh, oh no! Is there some sort of curse about having a gap in the lead? I mean, I know it's the weird collision, but like... It's been both leaders to hit it now, as well as a few drivers in the midfield. But yeah, as I was saying, it might help a little bit when people with the username of like Poo Face are driving and uses down the inside of Anas. Oh, contact! And Nathan almost flips over out of turn 2, and that's gonna allow Cyber to pass him, and the contact also allowed Cyber to overtake Anas as well. Useless gets a huge lead out of it, and I think Nathan is very lucky to not be on his lid right now. I feel like that is probably the loudest I have yelled over a race in a while. So Cyber is one of the drivers actually that I believe did their tryout driving along with you and everything, actually got signed as a reserve driver. I forget for which team, but here he is, up in P3. I mean, talk about a debut drive, up in P3, but again, pit stops yet to be a factor yet. And just behind him, though, he has to worry about it because Pepper and Findsy, the two championship contenders besides Yeetie, are right behind him as well. And I think Usis might have made some contact into the wall. Might allow Onos to catch up just a little bit. We'll go on board with Onos here. And we will ride on the T-cam with him as well to see just... Oh, he's really high. The tire wear is actually really starting to kick in around these laps now. Tire wear, like I was saying earlier, man, is awful around here. And actually, I think Onos might be... Oh, no. I thought Onos was about to get overtook by someone from the way the audio sounded.
Yeah, no, the tire wear around here is quite atrocious. In my time of being able to drive, doing 77 laps, I think it was. I have no clue why they dared to let me drive that much, but it was certainly entertaining for me. Not as entertaining for the other drivers on track, but they put up with me. I appreciate that.
No, yeah, I remember,
the tire wear.
Sorry to interrupt you. I remember there was actually an incident, including yourself and Findsy, where Findsy was on a decent lap and you seemed to just be in the wrong place at the wrong time. You wanna talk about that?
Yeah, sure. I believe it was coming out of turn 1. I was attempting to move out of his way because I saw him behind me, and it happened so that he was going into another line opposing to what I thought I was going to go for. So I maintained to fail the rule of be predictable and trying to, well, move out of his way, and rather than just keep it in my line. So, I do apologize to that, to Vinger for that, if he happens to hear this.
Alrighty, guys, you hear it here. You hear it here first, folks. War Sniper admits to be at fault for every incident he's ever been in. Well, we're riding.
What do you expect to happen when you let a media man go on track?
Yeah, I mean, I guess we saw how that went during preseason testing. I'm not even allowed near the cars anymore. See, most drivers, when they get their license, it's like, you know, just like a little card and everything, you know, their picture and everything. It's just like, you know, just sort of looks like a driver's license. Whenever mine came in, it was just like a regular license with big red words that said blacklisted on top of it. And I don't know what that means, really. I think it just means I'm not allowed to drive.
Yeah, that's a rough estimate.
I'm not sure why that would happen. Not sure why that's the case.
So towards the middle of the pack, we have our boy Yeetie, who is a championship, well, contender, but as of right now being in 7th, it is not looking too hot for him. What unfortunate.
Yeah, he is in 7th, but he has his teammate and championship rival just ahead of him. Actually, both of his rivals up ahead of him, Pepper and Findsy. And I mean, if you could tell what's happening between all these cars bouncing around, I mean, then more power to you. Oh, and actually, I think Pepper's slow out of turn 2 as well, so I think E.T.'s going to be able to make this move fairly easily. And he is. The inside line just proving to be a little bit better than the outside line.
I gotta commend Doge as well. He is battling out pretty well between Pepper and Yeetie. considering their positions in the standings right now.
Oh, and while we were on board with ET, some sort of overtake was done, and now Cyber is in P2, followed by Useless, so the top order is starting to change around quite a little bit, though Anna still leads.
Yeah, you mentioned this is a debut for Cyber, with its Gear Motorsports.
I'm not sure, is he with? Oh, Anna's is pitting!
Yeah, he is.
Anna's
He is
pits.
Oh,
So,
dear.
green flag pit stop number 1. We predict that you go basically a lap down, if not 2, during a green flag pit stop. It's about 20 seconds in and out of the pit lane and everything to complete an entire lap, and I mean, it's a 16-second lap. So I have to see where Anna's ends up, but he's already a lap down now. Just barely.
Oh, that was
And now
almost an unsafe release.
a little bit, yeah. So Cyber leads, followed by Useless. Cyber debut driving in the lead, and he has officially led an official lap as well. Messy in the pits now. We're gonna have to wait and see Anna's pace here to see just how power. Oh, Useless is in.
Oh,
So it is time. Findsy Nathan has welcome into the pits, and I believe this is probably about to set the tone for what is upcoming here. Anna is a lap down, but on the tail of Cyber, looking to overtake him. I believe Cyber really doesn't have any other choice but to pit this lap, especially when Anna sends it down the inside and overtakes him like that. Really good move there from Anna's, and Cyber, I expect Cyber to be pitting pretty soon. Anna's leads it though. Or, sorry, not Anna's, I meant Cyber leads it. Excuse me. Cyber still leads it, but not once he pits. Oh, I have knocked over the microphone and blasted out the ear of everyone watching, and and for that I am terribly sorry. I need to find out what minute this is in and put like one of those like YouTube like title cards here that says I'm sorry like a second before it happens. Cyber still leads, and even if he were to pit, well, if he were to pit right now, it would put him pretty far down the order. So I think he is actually just trying to hold on to track position, though at the moment he's being caught up by Messi and Covers. And just judging by their pace alone, I can tell Messi and Covers have been in the pits already. And I mean, Cyber, I think he's just holding on to, he's really fighting a losing battle here by staying out. Just about the entire grid has pit here. And now Cyber facing pressure from Messi, and I don't think he's even going to be able to fight it, as he gets overtook by Covers and Useless as well. Now, to be fair, I mean, it's not an invalid strategy, I guess, to try and stay out for the entire race and just try to hold on to the lead. However, Yeetie is also 3 seconds behind him, so maybe not as valid as I was saying.
there's a battle. I'm not going to say it is overwhelmingly interesting and.
I burped, sorry. As you were
There's
saying,
a battle going on between Miatin and Exotic. Miatin attempting to obviously make a bit of a recovery drive. He did have 4th earlier, but as of right now, he is tending down at 12th.
we'll go on board with Obama for just a second. Some 3-wide action, I believe, between himself, Haxiite, and Pepper. Just for a moment while you were talking. A little bit of a heated battle going on, as Obama actually does take to the apron just a little bit. Doesn't put all 4 tires below the line though. So I don't believe race control will have too much of a problem with that. But once you start putting all 4 tires below the line, DSA might not be exactly a happy camper. As here we see another person that is apparently a lap down overtaking Cyber. And Cyber, I mean, I'm surprised he hasn't pit yet. I might not be the smartest strategist, but I think even I would have thrown in the towel by now. I mean, he is a rookie driver, it's a debut, and the fact that he's racking up this many laps led, I mean, that will definitely probably help him get signed full-time as a driver next season when they don't get the context of why he was leading that many laps and just see that he was leading laps. As up ahead of Nathan, I believe Obama coming into the pits. I think Obama might have actually gotten caught into the inside wall there. And Nathan on the inside of Pepper. Really opportunistic move. Oh! Hackside and Pepper. Contact into the wall. Not sure what caused it, but both of them go flying into the inside wall. And I mean... I guess that overtake was a little bit easy for Nathan then.
Yeah, whatever is going on between Hackshot and Pepper, it certainly gave Meaton an opportunity to move up a couple positions. He's been making one heck of a recovery drive.
Nathan currently P6 battling with covers right now, but I believe Nathan just has better tires and will probably get that move done. As finally Cyber comes into the pits. And Ichi's in the pits as well, actually. So Anas will inherit the lead. And he's looking to lap Haxiite again, I believe. So, we know the undercut's powerful here, but is it powerful enough to make you gain another lap? We'll just have to wait and see. However, I do believe the answer will probably be no, as I believe just behind Haxiite has made the same mistake of what Obama did and got stuck on the inside wall. The inside wall is surprisingly grippy around here. Not really sure why. I went up there. Yeah, I went up there during the track walk, and I put my shoe against it, and I never got it back. Really sticky there in turn 3 and 4. Not really sure why.
We have exotic pitting now.
So I believe we are probably going to see our second wave of pit stops here. So, I mean, here in the Pummu IndyCar series, it's kind of rare that we see green flag pit stops. But, I mean, how rare is it that we see 2 green flag pit stops in one race?
On a track like this, where the grip levels are quite necessary, and the tire conditions just wear out so quickly, it is to be expected, I'd imagine. That,
yeah.
End up with so many pits.
The tire... Oh, not sure what happened to Hacksite. We might have saw just a glimpse of him being sideways out of turn 2, and now he will fall behind on us as well. So, Hacksite not having the best of races right now. Currently 5 laps down, apparently, but Anas has yet to pit. And I believe covers is... Oh, we're under yellow.
I am curious as to what happened there.
I am not sure either, as Anas goes through the gas through the grass.
If there was gas on the truck, I think we would have a reason for that yellow. But
now this is going to be interesting. Race control has set the race back. However, Anas was already pacing. So that's going to be a little bit of confusion, but I think these drivers will be able to figure it out rather quickly.
Yeah, it seems like they are all trying to figure out their respective places.
Now, this is a massive advantage for Anaz and Findsy and Useless. I believe neither of them. Really, everyone on the lead lap, I don't think, has made their second wave of pit stop. And the pits are open this time by. We are under yellow, and we are probably about to see. A crusade of pitters. And I was not wrong. As in comes Anna's Useless, Findsy, Nathan, Meaton, and Covers, and Cyber. I mean, Cyber was having a decent race and everything, just sad that he decided to pit so late. And what in the world is happening to Anna's car? Sorry. I go on board with Cyber for a second, and he is being anyways, I think our viewers just got a frame of something that might get us banned. No, I'm kidding. So I'm curious who leads now. I mean, there's a big pack coming up, so I'm trying to figure out who leads. So according to the leaderboard, it is Messi who leads.
Yeah, that is quite
However,
curious to me.
Messi's in the pits. So I think Meaton leads. Meaton leads. So Meaton leads, I guess? Or will he go to the back of the pack? I'm not really sure.
Looking like he's dropping backwards, isn't at the very least.
I think everyone's confused on who leads here. I'm really confused. I think Meaton was just waiting for the rest of the pack to come by so he could join. However, now he's joined in P4. I think he is probably gonna go down to the back of the pack as well. Anaz won't lead according to race control, so excuse me. Meaton, I think, just caught a massive break being able to restart in P4. We are green once again. In Richmond, Anaz leads, followed by Nathan, Findsy, Meaton, and Cyber. However, that order might change as Cyber tries to go down the inside of Findsy, clips the inside barrier, causes both of them to go up the track. That's going to allow Yeti down the inside of Cyber. We'll go on board with Meaton, who's in P2, and really hoping to get away with it. Or get away from the pack behind him. And looking back at the pack behind him, I really think that might be an easy feat to do. Considering they're all like too wide into the corner. And now actually Meaton might be catching up to Anaz as well. Meaton might actually have a charge for her. I have hit my microphone again. Oh my goodness, I'm sorry.
Has your microphone angered you today?
Yeah, I guess so, huh?
Perhaps.
Oh, Anna's a little high into turn 2. That's gonna allow Meaton to have a run on him. And down the inside of turns 3 and 4, they're gonna be side by side for the lead. And I think Meaton's probably gonna be able to hold on to this because he has the inside lane. He does. But he's giving him room around the outside, and Anaz does not want the outside. He sends it down the inside, makes a bit of contact, and puts himself into the lead. Very nice move, aggressive move from Anaz there, setting the stage early while his tires are still, working. Oh, and Meaton now down the inside of Anaz. He took the apron a little bit, so I'm not sure how race control will feel about that, but he will go down the inside and hold on to it. And he might be able to hold on to the lead as well. Yes, he will. But however, I think Anaz will probably look to send it down the inside again. No, he won't. He's not close enough to. We'll go on board with Nathan, who is just behind this battle as Anos goes down the inside of Nathan after he goes wide, and Nathan looks to capitalize on this error, and he might have actually forced Anos to miss his braking point a little bit as well. Caused both of them to go wide, and Nathan just biding his time, it seems, trying to just wait for an opportunity to strike. He gets that opportunity, and into P2 he goes. And I feel bad for race control because they have to figure out who finishes ahead of who in that massive pack behind. And Anos begins trying to run away with the lead as Nathan tries to catch up. Nathan under pressure now from Findsy and Cyber, who have both caught up to this battle. And I mean, this race is looking better and better for Anos here and everything. He just needs to hope that that weird barrier at the end of turn 2 doesn't catch him out again. Ultimately, the easiest way to avoid a glitch is to avoid the wall that causes it. Then again, around here, I think it would probably be better to avoid walls, period. As I think Nathan under heavy pressure from Findsy now. And Nathan just finally getting away from Nathan, trying to catch back up to Anas for the battle for the lead. We'll go on board on the T-cam with Nathan here. Not the most desirable view, I'll admit, especially while these cars are bouncing around like this. Ana's in the lead, and he's starting to form an even bigger gap now for Miatin. Miatin in second, Nathan and Findsy looking to maybe steal that comeback party for Miatin. And I mean, Anos is gaining about 3 tenths a lap now, so I mean, I think Anos might have the lead in the bag for a little while. And now everyone write down this timestamp of this video, so when Anos later wrecks out, you can quote me on commentator's curse.
As of right now, at least, it looks like he might have a shot at the championship top 3.
Oh yeah, we'll have to wait and see. Nathan finally got past Meaton, however, he immediately goes under pressure from him as well. And actually, I think Meaton's down the inside of Nathan. He is. A little hard to tell, but I believe Meaton has actually gotten the move done and finds the just looking to maybe try and stick his nose into an open gap, if you would, in between these two, but I don't think gaps are opening. And as we go on board with Fauna, as we look in the rearview mirrors and just see them battling, and I mean, all I can think about if I'm Anaz is just trying to keep it calm, collected, you know, just get the line, get the corners right, you know, don't need to go for fastest laps or anything. Definitely don't need to be cutting across the grass like that. Although rare, it is not impossible to get a penalty from DSA, and I'm sure adventures across the grass like that might get his attention. But Onos has some lap traffic ahead of him now. Hackslight and Messy. And actually both of them are slow at a turn 2 as well, and Onos is really hoping that he can just get past the both of them without any trouble. However, so far between that contact with himself and Messy, I don't think that is going to be the case. And now Onos down the inside of Hackslight, sort of fighting for the corner, but not really fighting for the inside. However, now he's going for the inside, but he's a little too far back. And actually, I am really curious how this lead pack is going to deal with lap traffic. Because, sure, one car getting past one car is good enough, you know. But 3 cars are all battling each other, trying to get past just a random slower car. I mean, might interfere quite a bit. We'll have to wait and see. So far, Haxiite has not made it entirely easy to overtake him. Then again, neither has Messi, who is trying to keep up with Anas. And actually, out of turn 2, I believe Haxiite just got in the way of Findsy, caused him to go up into the wall and have a worse exit as Nathan... What has happened to Nathan? Drew the grass for some reason, not entirely sure why that was.
Where is it?
What was that?
Oh, no, I just commenting on
Oh, okay.
the nice situation.
You know, honestly, we should have just a camera set up out of turn 2 to catch any sort of wrecks on that weird barrier, as I believe finally Findsy is going to get past Haxiite, and that will be the last of the problems from him. Never mind, Haxiite close enough to maybe look around the inside. No, he isn't. And for Findsy's sake, I'm going to pray that he isn't. And Obama goes into the pits. So are we seeing a glimpse of another pit stop wave? Exotic in the pits as well. Actually. Are we getting close to seeing another wave of pit stops? I wonder. Obama completely just does not make the pit exit at all. However, he didn't exactly... Did he interfere with Messi on the exit? I didn't exactly see him on board with Anas, but it didn't look like it. And actually, Doge is... Actually... Now Anas has to deal with even more lap traffic. Has to deal with Doge and Useless, both of which are one of the few, like, consistent point scorers, though admittedly midfield drivers. I mean, by the end of this race, we're probably going to see half the pack be lapped down. Really?
I am seeing a report that Haxiite has basically just left the race.
Oh boy. Well, we might have our first...
Due to ethnicity.
Okay. Well, we'll have to see if race control will allow him back into the race. He allowed Pepper to do so, so I don't see any reason for him not to do so for Haxiite. As actually Anas has Useless down his inside. But he's not going to make a move just for the lead yet.
There are talks about a caution, but nothing confirmed at the time.
Yep, of course. I mean, then again, if I'm a driver, I disconnect from the game, and then I reconnect, and I'm going to be about 500 laps down. I mean, it would probably be nice to have a little bit of a caution.
Always so.
And just behind Anas, he has technically a front row seat to seeing what fresh tires can do, as I believe Obama 2 laps down, he recently pit, and now he is looking to get on. He is looking to get past Anas and try to unlap himself on these fresh tires. And really, I don't blame him, as I believe Obama's actually going to go down the inside of Anas as well. I wonder if anyone's complaining about this or not. And there goes... I forget... Well, who did you say? It was Haxiite?
Yes.
I believe that might have been Haxiite at the end of the pit lane. Possibly rejoining the race as well.
Yeah, there's mention of him being put 1 lap down.
Which he was already a lap down anyway, so...
So basically just holding on to the race he already had.
Yeah, as Obama just cuts through the grass, and I stopped paying attention for a second, and now all of a sudden, Anos has Exotic in front of him as well as Obama gets really the first warning of this race for anyone. And I mean, I think things are finally starting to quiet down a little bit. This battle for Anos to get in front of these cars really holding him up, not really holding him up too much. Although he would definitely really prefer not to be in this position.
A little bit of contact between Covers and Messi. Oh dear. That sent them onto the infield of,
Oh
of
boy.
the track. That's fine, right on the grass. But they do seem to have recovered.
And you have me curious. We will go on board with Covers, who is in that number 3 car, the Pennzoil car. Behind him is Messi in that 7-Eleven.
Getting a little bit of trouble.
Oh, did Hackstack get a warning as well? Oh.
Last warning.
Oh, your lag is causing people to wreck. Lovely. And there is Hackstack pulled over to the side of the track, actually.
Yeah,
So
Hackstack will just take the option to retire now.
Maybe, I would not doubt it. Has not been his strongest race. However,
Yeah, I think
and he's out, yeah.
Yeah. Guys are right now, Hackside are... Oh, I believe he came in P5 in qualifying. He is now seeming to be out of the race.
Seeming to be is unfortunately a understatement. I watched him get out of his car and delete it from existence.
His pit crew really came out quick to him there.
Yeah. Man, God bless the pit crews of the Pummu IndyCar series. I mean, it's kind of unfortunate we watched Hackstack disconnect and was allowed to reconnect and rejoin the race just a few minutes ago, and now he's elected to just retire from the race entirely. However, I guess for his own sake, he retired on his own grounds instead of a sudden disconnect.
Yeah. He did make a good showing in qualifying, like I said. He did make P5. Very
Yeah,
nice.
very.
Unfortunate connection errors.
Oh,
are
slow
unfortunate.
car out of P2. It's gonna be turn 2. It's gonna be Obama. Oh, also not having the strongest of races. I think he made contact with that weird glitchy barrier as well. And I mean, just ahead of Onos, it's Pepper and E.T. Admittedly, they are on the lead lap, though it's going to be a question of how long does that last. And Obama was very quick to recover. Oh, Pepper into the wall as well. So Pepper gets caught out by this barrier as well. He goes slow on turn 2, and Obama forces Onos into the wall.
Yeah, allowing Messi to bump right into Onos from the back as well. Quite unfortunate.
Oh boy. I mean, Onos has a comfortable lead. However, that lead is actually really starting to disintegrate. I mean, it was like maybe 5-10 laps ago that Nathan was 4 seconds behind him. And now he's 2.8. So starting to regain that gap, but this lap traffic really not helping him, as Exotic, I think, has been caught out by the barrier as well. And at this rate, I am really debating on telling you to just watch that barrier to see who else wrecks. But really, this is not the position you want to be as Onos. Race leader by a lot, really. I mean, a lot of lap traffic who are very arguably going much quicker than him. However, we only have 2 laps to go. I'm not even gonna lie, I didn't even notice that. Oh, and E.T's slow out of turn 2 as well, so he's gonna go another lap. He is gonna go a lap down, excuse me. So we will only have 6 cars on the lead lap as we go white flag here in Richmond. It has been a good race, and Nathan is actually really starting to catch up. However, I think he has lost his chance for the lead through the final corner on us. dominated winner here in Richmond. Really good race for Anaz there. Got caught out by the contact barrier as well out of turn 2 and managed to recover it and turn it into a win. And I mean, just really good there for Anaz.
Yeah, Anaz coming in first in qualifying, finishes the race in first. Very nice. That'll be 50 points to his.
So the finishing order is sorry to cut you off. The finishing order: Anaz in P1, Nathan and Findsy join him on the podium. Cyber in P4, really not bad for a debut drive. And Cyber actually crosses the line to reset the timing board, so good thing I just said that Cyber was P4. Nathan in P5, or wait, was it? God, I forget already.
I totally should.
Nathan in P5, Covers in P6, CT and Pepper P7 and 8. Covers was the last driver to be on the lead lap. In fact, ET was the last driver to be lapped. I mean, that is... and
dear.
There goes
And SpaceX has now sponsored our racing.
And there goes literally everyone.
Oh, never mind. These are...
and
I do forget what the heck company is called, but dude. Anyways.
Oh, I'm still in spectate. Oopsie. I'm like, why am I not able to fly, huh? Unfortunately, I don't think we're gonna be able to get a hold of who has the fastest lap, because the timing board is still saved from qualifying.
Yeah. That is...
I'm going to close chat. So, a really good race here at Richmond. And that really brings an end to the first half of the season. Hasn't been that long since the season opener, and it's really not that long until we see the end of the season, the Indianapolis 500. And that is going to be an absolutely terrifying sight to see.
So,
and
looking at our... Sorry.
We are awful at this, God.
Sorry, I am going to be cutting you off for a brief moment, though. I believe I might be able to give an indication as to who has our fastest lap here.
Oh, really?
Yeah, looking at our qualification. Anaz was fastest, which is 16.930 in qualifying. Here, very oddly enough, I am seeing 16.722.
Oh, and everyone in the server just got a hold of swords, so,
So we shall be commencing the purge, I see.
Yeah, I think you're first, actually, little buddy. Get over here.
I think I am good, thank you.
But yeah, that does bring an end to the first half of the season. Not entirely sure of when, but there should be some sort of season breakdown or something of that matter coming out soon as well. Just a little project I'm gonna do. I have completely missed the fact that Anaz is doing donuts, so I guess I will let that be the footage used in the outro. Thank you for joining me in the commentary box war. It's been a pleasure as always.
Likewise.
Thank you all
for allowing me to stay here.
Yep, thank you all for watching. If you are SkyQ or
Okay.
No, yeah, that will be the end of Richmond. We will see you all in 2 weeks' time. Not next week, but in 2 weeks. Where we will race for the first time in Portland. Oh God. See you all next time in the Pummu Indycar series.